Hello everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Neverwinter Nights, the original campaign. We're here in Castle Jhareg. We just talked to Lord Belial, the Prince of Demons, about his role in the treachery and suffering that happened in this castle. And now we're on to talk to Karlat about his role in the events that we are to judge. Oh my goodness, look at all these creatures that we have to kill. Huge fire elemental, so this guy's actually a little bit tough. Takes a little bit of work to bring down. Oh, and he's hitting back hard. What the heck, man? Alright, let's get out of range. Let's cast some defensive stuff on ourselves, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to swing at us. Let's take a bark skin. Alright, AC is all the way up at 34. I'm feeling decently good. I think only when people roll natural 20s will they end up hitting us. Oh, whoops. I'm not wearing the right helmet. I need the helmet of, Oh, look at us protected from the spell. That little glowy orb that popped up around us when the magic missiles flew in on us. That was a protection. I think that was afforded by our ghostly visage. Swapped our items out. Those were some tough cookies. At least the first guy was. The huge fire elemental. That guy dealt some damage to us. We're about half health. But I think that was the worst of it. There's Karlat. But let's go ahead and explore this right-hand side wing. Because there's definitely some more stuff to be found over here. Oh my goodness, I thought I killed this guy already. Now, normally I wouldn't fight these summoned guys, because they're just more hit points to chew through, but they're kind of blocking my way into the room. Ugh, I love my new boots of speed. So I think we have most of what we're going to be wearing into the end of the game. There'll be some slight improvements. We'll get a better sword in Act 3. Actually, I'm totally wrong. We are definitely changing out most of what we have. The helmet we will keep for the rest of the game, I believe. The boots we will keep for the rest of the game. The rings we'll keep. The amulet we'll keep, but we'll also upgrade it because it's one of the items that we got from a... Ooh, ironwood. So there's an area where you can get more ironwood if you want to use it for crafting. The amulet that we're wearing right now is from one of our compatriots, Mr. Dalian Red Tiger, and that will upgrade as we do more of the quests for him in Act 3. So right there, we grabbed a Emiscaran Tome of Fire. Fitting to be in the fire mage's area. But we can turn that into Eltura. I think this is the last one, or if not, close to the last one. And then we can finish up that quest line. Unfortunately, we're not dealing any of our bonus damage in this area with our fire being resisted by pretty much everything in here. I guess the upside is that we can still deal critical hits to these enemies. We will not be able to deal critical hits to the enemies, or at least most of the enemies, in the side of the castle that houses Quint, because most of his people are undead, as we already learned. This place is separated into two main areas, undead and fire. Some bandit armor, huh? I'm not really using the Fabian circlet. Not using this bow. Come on. There we go. Banded mail +1. Alright, what have I not looted so far? I think that's everything in here. I can just get so much more done in these episodes now that I have the special boots of speed. I did a playthrough once of, I think it was Hordes of the Underdark, one of the expansions to this game, and I played a monk, a high-level monk, which has incredible base speed. Just being the monk class, you get a lot of speed, just normally running around. When you got the haste, the boots of haste on the monk, it was crazy. A hasted high-level monk just zooms around like none other. It's actually kind of funny just to watch how fast they move around. Alright. We're kind of approaching the threshold for how much we can hold in these areas. But I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be able to finish out the Castle Jhareg. We have enough extra inventory in our bags of holding. Ooh, a radiant chest. I wonder what's in there. Come play Fire Method. Alright, nothing to loot up here. Let's grab everything else in the room and then we'll take on the trapped chest. Oh my goodness, being permanently hasted is so OP. I love it. Alright, so we found Karlat's Burning Wand and the Castle Jhareg Karlat's Key. Oh, whoops, I left behind some remains. What do we leave? 2 gold pieces. It'll make a worthy addition to our 200-something thousand gold pieces. What are we at right now? 220,000 gold pieces. Alright, I'll grab his tongue on the way out, maybe. Let's go find Karlat. We've done most everything else. So yeah, like I was saying about the monsters respawning in this long hallway. Appears to be the case. We're getting peppered with little monsters here and there. And they're worth next to nothing XP wise, but if you want to do some farming, it is possible. Holy moly, there's a lot of them here. Alright, I might actually have to use some healing. How much did that heal us? 23 hit points. Let's use one more, and then we'll start fighting back. And might as well take another potion of bark skin. Boost our AC again. Alright, let's go for it. There sure is a lot of enemies. I'm just gonna sit back and watch me murder them all. In red tint. What you got? What you got, guys? How's it going, buddies? Don't mind me. Just murderizing all these fire elementals, sending them back to the plane of fire. Now, what you got here? Staff of the Holy. Heck yeah, man. We'll take it. Eventually. Once I open up one of these things and move some items around. Definitely don't need all those fire beetle bellies. Alright, now we should have some space, yeah? No? Oh my goodness, how do we not have... There we go. It was just a really long item. We didn't have a lot of really long slots. Alright, Karlat and Jhareg.
Judge, is that you? I don't remember. It's so hard to string my thoughts together one to the next.
Be at peace, I am the judge you seek. Yes, yes. I seek an end to this torment of unknowing. I do not even know if we have spoken before. Everything's come undone since my brother. Quint, yes, it was him. He was responsible. He invited all the children of the village to his tower and began to read to them. It was horrible. The blood. It was everywhere. Every one of them died. Every child. He's gone mad, you know. My younger brother has gone mad. I arrived there too late. I rebuked him, and he groveled there for me. He said he did it for me, all for the love of an older brother. I'm not sure this guy's that trustworthy. He's a lich, after all. I unleashed the fire against him, but he fled and stole my most powerful artifact, my phylactery, and made use of it. Now we are all stuck here because of him, pressed like flowers between the pages of the Book of Time. I still have some questions. Or no, let's go with, this is your journal? Why, yes, the hand is mine. What does it say? I have half forgotten. You tricked your brother into the crime. I needed the blood. It was necessary. Without it, how could I protect the village? It was a high price, but it would have meant a bright future. You sought undeath out of a greed for knowledge. It is a greed for knowledge any different than a greed for love, a greed for justice? Before you judge me, judge yourself. You acted on the advice of someone named Belial. Belial? I know that name. Yes, he was a demon I consorted with. He was the one who gave me the phylactery and taught me how to use it. Why, the summoning room is just down the hall. Maybe he would know the truth of things. You sought out you trekked your brother into the crime. I needed the blood. Alright, so we've already been over that. That's all it said. Will you give that as a written oath? I have suffered here too long, tormented by forgetfulness amidst this endless pall of smoke. I would only be too glad. Here, take it, my written oath of every word that I have uttered here. Present it to the guardian, and let us have our judgment. Alright, we got his written oath. Let's see if we're attacked on the way out. Ooh, a small gemstone. Might have to ditch some of these slad tongues if it ends up being too much space taken up. Alright, good news, folks. Looks like we're not getting attacked just yet. Bad news, lots of slad tongues. Filling up my inventory. And everyone here knows they're only going to be worth 1 gold piece when I try and sell them. But I have a problem. I'm a lootaholic. I have to pick up everything. So this is an interesting place. I think this is the first time that you run into death magic. So if you have a an item that will give you protection against death, such as I think the Belt of Lesser Guiding Light, that could be useful here. Of course you can survive it in other ways, such as having a good saving throw. But any immunity would definitely help. Such as my immunity to fear, which makes me not fear any of these little mummies. And luckily for me, these mummies fear fire, but not critical hits, which is the much faster way to deal damage. Look at all these cursed rangers. I find it interesting the way that they write cursed as in C-U-R-S-T rather than C-U-R-S-E-D. I guess the rangers had enough life in them still to be able to succumb to critical hits, which is nice. Alright, let's use a healing kit just to give myself a little bit more of a buffer. Alright, solid. Let's keep fighting these mummies. There's no daddies about, just mummies. Yep, bad jokes. They'll keep coming. Have no fear. So we are now after Quint, the man that brought all the children here. Friggin' A. Negative levels, man. You hate to see it. And I have greater restoration scrolls, but I don't know. It's such a powerful spell. It feels weird using it when there's something less powerful that you could use. But actually, if was a good time for it, this would actually probably be a good time for it. Ooh, Farrell's gold. Farrell's gold. Because what it does is, in addition to your normal removing of the level drain, you also get full hit points. So I think I'm going to open everything in this room to make sure that I don't get hit by a trap. Like that. And then I will use the scroll. A glowing chest. I wonder if there's anything good in it. Ah. The Mascaran Tome of Death. Alright, so Tome of Death and Tome of Fire we found in here. The candelabra's dim light does not make the blood-stained pages any more legible, judging by the pictures and the size of the font. It was a children's book. That's a huge book. Any case, oh yeah, we said we were going to use the scroll. Nope, not lesser restoration. We need greater restoration. There we are. Ah, yeah. We're all topped off. Alright. Let's go back to the center area. Mummies and a ghoul ravager. Ooh, this is actually a decent quality ghoul ravager. He'll have some hit points for us. Or sorry, not some hit points. Some experience points for us once we defeat him. Which will be nice. How are we doing? Well, we're honestly not making that much progress. It's been slow going in Castle Jhareg. Lots of low-level creatures, which should not lend themselves towards a fast level progression. So we're still about 4,300 experience points away, roughly. We're doing lots of killing, though. And smashing of chests. I feel like most classes benefit greatly from the boots of speed. Even if you're not like a melee class, it just has so many bonuses. You get an extra attack every round at your best attack rate. You get 4 dodge bonus to AC, which stacks with all other AC bonuses, even other dodge bonuses. And then you also have a feeling something bad. Oh, nope, just his key. That led us into his His quarters. Alright. My feeling betrayed me. And then you get the increased movement speed. Like, this is just great for exploring. I'd much rather play the game with this type of speed than not having it. Down this door goes. The only thing we had to give up was one modifier of Constitution, which I think is equivalent to, at this level, 12 hit points. But that is a easy trade to make. We definitely have been making the game go simply by re-rolling our hit points until we get 12, or we get, you know, full hit points every level. So we're not short on hit points. Letter to Quint Jhareg. Dear Brother Quint, here are the alchemical instructions for you requested on your last pilgrimage to the temple. Hopefully they will be of use to you as you continue to bring the people of Charwood to the Morning Lord's grace. May the dawn ever greet you, Brother Brightmane. Notes on the crafting of divine potions. The crafting of the more typical divine potions is generally very simple, requiring only a healer's kit, an empty and well-cleansed bottle into which you shall decant the potion, in the casting of the desired spell. Be careful, however, as not all spells will result in a potion, and a wrongful casting can prove quite painful. It is best to start with potions of which you are already familiar. So I guess this is a station at which you could make some potions if you wanted to. We don't really have the ability to cast any of that type of spell. The holy spells that one would need, so we can't take advantage of that. But we will take the items because those sell. And what do we have here? A gemstone. Nice. I like gems. And more enemies, it looks like. Alright, cursed rangers. Imagine if these guys were hockey players. The cursed rangers. Ooh, Raised Dead. Raised Dead is actually just a, it brings people back to life. It doesn't turn them into undead. Fun fact. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm saving now. I'm glad I didn't get a negative level. More cursed rangers, man. These guys like hanging out. And I guess I'm glad that they do, because I can critically hit these guys. Which is not necessarily true of most undead. Don't mind me, just chopping. Alright, did I get this crate? Aha. I missed one. Alright, what have we here? More mummies. Oh, I got lucky again. Only took hit point damage, didn't take negative levels. And on we go. Easy peasy. Alright, there's Quint. Oh my goodness. I'm just scared I'm gonna get negative levels. So far so good though, you know? I'm just getting injured as the traps suck the life out of me. But not dying. Alright. I say we switch out rings so we get a slow heal over time. I don't really run into like fire or acid or cold or much. So I think I'm safe. I think in the next act, Act 3, when we upgrade this ring once more, I think we get an even faster regeneration, and then it gets really fun. If I remember things correctly. Alright. We're getting close to clearing out this area. Oh, nice. Some private chambers. Here we go. Journal of Quint Jhareg. 2 days until midwinter, 1183 DR. It seems so odd of Karlat to suggest we have a party for the village children. Normally he hates it when even just a few of them show up asking to be read to. The whole village, he said, trying to sound gruff. Every child. I want them all in the library on midwinter night. Lathander be praised. I think I've finally found a soft spot in the old rascal. That's the thing with children. They tend to grow on you. Off to the village, then, to spread the good news. Oof. You mean bad news, man. That stuff got out of hand. It turned out terrible. Alright. Grab that. Grab your gold. Grab whatever's in your chest here. Just some spirits. Dude's been a boozing. And why not, man? You're stuck in the afterlife.
For honor and
Ooh, full plate +2. That's some nice stuff. What are we wearing? We're wearing... Yeah, he would... has a higher AC if I use that than if I, Oh, I can't. I have to get in through that main area. Which means I have to get past the Bodak. Speaking of which, we should save before fighting it. Because there's a chance, I think, that you just die outright. If you fail some rolls. Even without it hitting you. Let's take out these cursed rangers first. Death awaits the Bodak. With their gray, hairless flesh and empty white gaze, Bodaks are the undead remains of those who have been destroyed by the touch of evil. There's an image of him. And he just used a death gaze on us. So we were lucky. We succeeded in our save. But yeah, that has a chance to just straight up kill you. Hopefully it won't get a chance to use it again. Oh, alright. He keeps using it. It doesn't look like he can be interrupted with damage. So we just have to keep rolling high until he dies. Okay, good. He's hitting us. I'd much rather he just punch us in the face. That is a much better outcome. Boom! We took him down. 481 experience points. I'll take it. And we'll get a tooth. The Bodak's tooth. Didn't really seem to have a mouth, so I'm not sure where the tooth comes into play. But I'll take it. I'll take success. So yeah, because we didn't have an item that gave us death immunity, or maybe we did, we just weren't wearing it. Yeah, same info there. We just had to be lucky that the dice rolled our way when it tried to kill us. Otherwise, that's just an instant death, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, what do we have in these holy urns? Charm person or animal. And lesser restoration. Not bad. Alright, let's go speak to Quint.
Stay back, dead one! I have fire to fight fire, you know! Fire to fight fire!
Didn't we meet before? We have and haven't, hadn't and had. Maybe it was my ghost you saw, counting woes. Those I created and those that created me, yes? Did you see a ghost stealing children from the village? That was me. Guilt is the gift that keeps giving, you see, over and over and over. Tell me more. Blood on the pages where I've read to them. Every one of them died, every child. I've gone quite mad, you know, quite quintessentially mad. I was too early and too late, you see. The children were dead, but I stopped my brother from joining them at least. I stole it. I stole his phylactery, and I ran. Oh, how I ran from him, lips full of prayer. I gave it to Lathander, you know, for him to destroy. But it was already too late. He didn't destroy. He just tucked it away, tucked all of us away between the folds of time. I've spoken to Karlat. He tells a different story. Of course he does. He protects me, and he longs for his phylactery. Half alive, half dead. All any of us want is the whole of something. I have given you my story. Let him give you his. You are the judge, not us. This your journal? My journal. I wasn't mad back then. It was before the crime. Everything was different. What bearing could it have? It says nothing. You love the children. I did read them stories, and we would laugh and play. They loved coming here. Now they're trapped here forever. You thought it was going to be a party. Yes, a glorious party. No blood, no undead, brother. No phylactery, no corpses. I meant well. I didn't mean for all this to happen. You said your brother was acting strangely. He consorted with demons. I knew that, but I wanted this to be a happy place. I shouldn't have brought children to a house of demons. See, it is my fault, my crime. A crime of negligence, a crime of blindness, a crime of folly. I am guilty, 1,000,000 times guilty. Alright. That's all it said. Will you give that as a written oath? Will the punishment of the abyss be harsher than here in limbo? Will I have a retinue of demons to lash me as I walk? If so, I yearn for it. Take my written oath and every word I've uttered here, present it to the guardian, and stand in judgment. Alright. That is all we have. Oh, let's see. We have some chests to take a look at. Inside we find some gold pieces and more gold pieces. Alright, that is where we will end today's episode. I will catch you guys next time.